in order to have the thing you want, you need to start at the beginning and change who you're being. You see, this is a being problem. It's not even a doing problem or a having problem. It's that there's something in you that is blocking you from naturally doing the things that allow you to have what you want. Your procrastination is telling you an area of tension in yourself that you're not wanting to do because it would mean your current identity dies. All right, y'all, welcome to the Tao of Truth. My name is Kuhr. I'm the host of this podcast / YouTube channel, whatever it is. So I honestly have not, it's my first episode of really doing this like hardcore. I'm just building routine and discipline of making myself actually do it right now. But I just set up the studio. If you're watching from YouTube, you can see that. And what I want to do is I want to make a show where I help you see your reality and the situations in front of you from a perspective of truth, like a higher eternal perspective, as if it was God viewing the situation, so that you can navigate what is in front of you in a clear way and a truthful way and actually get the results that you're looking for. In this one, I want to talk to you about why procrastination is actually a massive gift and why it's telling you what you need to do. I want you to ask yourself, have you ever heard the phrase, the cave that you're scared to enter holds the treasure that you seek? If you haven't, I want you to write that one down, but I want you to know it is 100% true. And as someone who in my life, I've avoided things, I've avoided conflict, I've avoided confrontation, I've avoided doing the work. I can tell you every time I did those things and actually encountered it, what I wanted was on the other side. But there's one thing that most people avoid above anything else, and it causes them the most pain. And you know what that is? It's sitting still in a room and feeling their feelings. You see, we live in this hyper-stimulated world where everyone's doing something. You're building, you're creating, you're working, you're doing whatever it is, you're consuming, and you don't actually have time to sit there in presence and silence and be in your body. And you know this. Like, there's not a single person I can think of, especially in the Western hemisphere of the world, that will argue against this because they know it's true, but they still continue not to do it. Why? It's because we've literally gained an addiction to being stimulated. The dopamine is literally driving every aspect of our lives, and we've attached it to all these external things we're doing, plus downing coffee and caffeine every single day. It keeps us in what's called beta brainwave, which is where we're hyper-focused and not in a relaxed state, such as alpha brainwave. And that's where we connect to our ideas and ourself. And so that's why we feel so disconnected. And if you don't sit in a room and feel into your own presence, you're not actually going to discover what you need to do to level up. And so I'm going to tell you in a minute why procrastination is a great key. But before I do that, I want you to know one thing that's very important. There's a biblical principle. It's called be, do, have. And what it means is you basically have to be somebody to do something, to have something. And so if you don't have what you want, it means you're doing something that isn't aligned to it, which means you are being someone who is not aligned to either of those things. In order to have the thing you want, you need to start at the beginning and change who you're being. You see, this is a being problem. It's not even a doing problem or a having problem. It's that there's something in you that is blocking you from naturally doing the things that allow you to have what you want. Now, this is why I was talking so much about meditation, because what meditation does is it allows you to have the awareness to feel those parts of your body that are trying to speak to you. And so next time you feel that you're avoiding something, next time you feel tension come up in your body, maybe it's in your chest, maybe it's in your gut, maybe it's in your throat, and usually where it's at, it's telling you what you're avoiding. So for example, your throat, you may not be speaking the truth in something. It's in your chest, you may not be opening up into your heart. Or if it's your gut, you may be lost and are not clear or avoiding something that you know you need to do in a directional sense. And so usually our body's telling us what we're avoiding, and there's a story to it. What you can do is in your meditation, I want you to simply sit there and observe the emotion come up. Feel that point of tension that is coming up and just allow it to speak to you. It may take 5 minutes, it may take 3 days, it may take a week, whatever it is. Let it be what it is and don't judge it. And eventually there's going to be a story that arises. And as soon as you gain awareness of that, you can now choose from a God perspective to rewrite the story. For example, next time you catch yourself procrastinating with your new awareness of why you're even doing it in the first place, you can choose to overwrite the program and go do it. Your procrastination is telling you an area of tension in yourself that you're not wanting to do because it would mean your current identity dies. And to the ego, it literally feels like death. It feels like the end of the world. As soon as you do that thing you're procrastinating, like you always have in your life, and you know this is true, you're gonna feel an immediate release of tension, and you're gonna feel way more clear, happy, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, I wish I did that earlier. And it's the same loop that happens over and over, except you weren't aware of it. And so now you actually have the awareness to do it again and notice it as it comes up, so you can stop procrastinating. You can choose to override it in the moment, and then you can actually go do the thing that you want to do. So that's really it. That's actionable. I have the other video on my YouTube channel for how to meditate and one of the methods I do to do it. If you want help with that, go check out that video. But I want to keep this short, to the point, and very actionable. I'm a very direct guy, so I'm not going to ramble forever. I do like to yap a little bit like I'm doing right now, but I want to make sure you get what you actually need to move forward. And that's really all that matters to me. So if you enjoyed this, make sure you check out the other videos or the other content that I put out. Use that. It will absolutely change your life if you stick to the plan and make it part of your daily routine. All of the things I'm sharing, I've done a lot of random shit to get my life on track. So trust me, if you say there's some method, I've probably done it. I only want to share with you the stuff that actually matters. So that's all I got for you. This is the Tao of Truth. Make sure you check out the other content, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.